Well, tonight, the government is warning of a further hike in fuel prices just a day after the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority announced the highest pump prices to ever hit the country. Treasury Cabinet Secretary Okoye Tani says the government is unable to sustain the fuel subsidy program, which has been attributed to the Russia-Ukraine war and seen global prices soar. And as NTV's Rose Wangoe reports, the National Treasury plans to gradually scrap the costly fuel subsidy program, setting up Kenyans for even higher price increases in the future. Rose Wangoe has more details.
Fuel prices hit a new high despite the billions of shillings sunk in the stabilization fund, setting up the country for a new round of increase in the price of basic goods and services. The National Treasury now says fuel prices could increase further in the near future as the government seeks to gradually remove the subsidy which has been cushioning Kenyans against the high cost of the commodity. While blaming the move on crowded spending, Treasury Cabinet Secretary Okoye Tani indicated that even the prices do not increase, they are not expected to revert to levels experienced prior to the Russia-Ukraine war. In a statement, Yatani said that due to the rising fuel prices, the government cannot sustain the fuel subsidy program. The government has, however, allocated over 100 billion shillings in the financial year 2022 and 2023 to subsidize fuel prices. Fuel subsidies are inefficient and often lead to misallocation of resources and crowding out of public spending on productive sectors, resulting in unintended consequences such as disproportionately benefiting the well-off. Yatani also warns that given the huge public debt stock the country is targeting to reduce, the cost of fuel subsidy could eventually surpass its allocation in the national budget, thus potentially escalating public debt to unsustainable levels. For this reason, a gradual adjustment in domestic fuel prices will be necessary in order to progressively eliminate the need for the fuel subsidy, possibly within the next financial year, he said. Yatani spoke a day after the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority (EPRA) increased pump prices by 9 shillings per litre. Following the review, a litre of petrol is now retailing at 159 shillings, up from 150 shillings. Diesel is retailing at 140 shillings, up from 131, while kerosene is costing at 127 shillings, up from 118 per litre. The prices will pile more pressure on households and businesses that are already grappling with the high cost of living.
Na makaa pia iko juu, mafuta taa iko juu, so there's no solution to us kama mtu uko town sana.
Kama sima driver wa tuktuk imetuathiri sana, kwa maana mafuta impanda na hata abiria wetu huwezi mpandisha bei. Kama mali kwa 50 analipa hiyo 50, kwambia mambo ya 100 anakataa.
Members of the Senate have also taken an action in attempt to remedy the sharp increase in fuel prices that is worsening the already battered economy.
The Principal Secretary, State Department of Petroleum and Mining, Mr. Andrew Kamau, has tried to remove, and this is very important, Madam Speaker, he has tried to remove the 30% allocation set aside for National Oil Corporation to import petroleum into this country. If the National Oil Corporation was involved in the importation of fuel today, Kenyans would be paying Kenya shillings 30 to 40 shillings less on petroleum products.
What Kenyans are seeing in terms of prices going up of fuel, it looks like the problem is the Ministry of Energy. It looks like the problem with the Ministry of National Oil Corporation, Madam Speaker, and I hope the necessary agencies and institutions are working so that no one can benefit at the pain of Kenyans, Madam Speaker.
We are striving to have a developed country. We are having express highway. And if this express highway will be empty because all the vehicles are at home, they do not have fuel, then what is the need of us developing one part of the country and leaving the other part of the country?
The latest rise will see petrol prices increase by 24 shillings per litre in just 3 months, the highest increase in the cost of diesel since Kenya started setting pump prices. Rose Wangoe, NTV.